Hello. Welcome to the show. Hey, Brandon.
Hi, how you doing, Kathy?
Hey.
How are you?
I'm okay. It's been a crazy kind of week again. Hey, so I think for everybody here, you and I especially.
Yes.
Yeah. So I just wanted to say hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us. My name is Cathryn. I am a psychic medium. If you wish to contact me for a personal reading, you can contact me through oracleintuitions.com or on my Facebook or my Instagram page at Oracle Intuitions. All of the weekly readings will be up this week. I already have earth signs and the water signs up. Air signs are literally being uploaded pretty much as we're speaking. And our fire signs are going to be tomorrow. So make sure you guys tune into those if you're looking for just an insight into the week ahead. So, hey, Brandon, how's it going?
It's going. I'm finally back home. Had a very interesting travel, but the wedding that I officiated was absolutely beautiful. Everything went flawless. It was perfect. There was just the right energy of people around. It was just, oh look, speaking of which,
was Jenna at the wedding?
Text message from one of the married couple, or the married couple, one of them.
Oh, isn't that good?
I wanted to make sure I told them to keep up with me in case there was any issues with the certificate and license and all that. But it was absolutely beautiful. It was such a beautiful ceremony. I don't know how many weddings you've been to, but usually when I've gone, there's always some kind of drama, catty BS happening in the background. Right. He said, she said, whatever, or somebody whatever. And there was nothing like that at all. It was absolutely beautiful. So I think it was just such a wonderful energy, good timing. Everything just flowed exactly as it needed to. Outside of that, I was able to run into all sorts of friends and unexpected surprises and visits. Those were beautiful. But my goodness, I'm just going to warn you all now. If you are traveling during this Mercury retrograde, plan ahead. Give yourself extra time. My goodness.
Is that right?
I had 2 canceled flights. I had 2 more delays, which resulted in difficulties getting to connecting flights. It was like a total disaster. So I'm just telling y'all right now, plan ahead, take extra time to travel during this retrograde. I think, when's Mercury retrograde? Is it till the end of June, I think?
Yeah, I think the 27th, or I could be wrong on my dates on that, but yeah, it's definitely right now.
It's now.
You can definitely tell it's right now. We're in a retrograde, but we're always in a retrograde of some sort.
Yes, usually most of the time. But we've got other ones going retrograde too. We've got Saturn, we've got Pluto, we've got Neptune.
Is this one a Mercury? This one
is it what?
Mercury?
What about it?
Is this a Mercury retrograde right now? I think it
currently
is.
Yes.
Yeah. So Mercury is sort of a kick-ass type of retrograde anyway. It's a kick-ass planet.
It's just annoying. It's not that it will come out and destroy or obliterate your life. It's just all those little minor annoyances that can start adding up and adding up and adding up. And that's where, you can really kind of get disheveled and lose things. Saturn, Pluto, those ones are a little more ass kicking, if you will. Those ones definitely cause you to take some time, take some steps back, be diligent,
Yeah,
So
exactly.
just it's the time to take your time right now. That's all.
Yeah. I found that this week is just, I don't know what it is. It's actually interesting because when I was doing the weekly horoscopes, they all had a very, very similar theme to them so far. And like I said, I'm just uploading the for the air signs. But it's funny because they all have this very similar theme of like, get out of your head and get into your heart, all of them. And stop paying attention to the external shit and start focusing inward or following your heart or really following the intuition. And I think that a lot of people right now, that's exactly what they're doing. They're getting so caught up into, what's this person doing? What's this doing? What's happening over here? What's happening over there? Instead of saying, okay, what is my heart saying? What is my soul saying? What is my intuition saying? And they're just focusing on all of this internal or external, junk, this external dust.
Yeah. Phoenix Fire in the chat saying Venus in Cancer has been crazy. I love Venus in Cancer. It can be a little guarded, obviously, and it can really cause you to hide away that love. But that's the thing, I remember I got a reading before many, many years ago from somebody who was like on air, and they were comparing my energy because they were seeing it as if I was this light inside of a cave. And that's exactly what Venus in Cancer kind of reminds me of. It's like this beautiful shining light that is secluded away from, being abused by outside forces, weather and sun and, all that. And it's just kind of, it's contained in this little space. And Kathy, you're 100% spot on, especially with this placement. It's that get into that heart and know that safe space, because when you're in that heart space, you are completely vulnerable. But the irony is that you are protected by this vulnerability because you're connected with source. You're connected with the higher energy. So you're only going to allow things of that higher energy. So I think you're absolutely right. I think those readings came out spot on. And I assume if you want to know specifics for each sign, you got to go listen to the videos to know how it affects each one.
Yeah. And I found that this week too, normally when I'm doing my readings, things really flow. Like my words will just flow out of my mouth. And it was funny because I'm doing the readings and I'm like, oh my God, like I feel like I'm stuttering, or, it's like I'm trying to get my words out. And it was sort of funny. Normally I don't. So I know there's definitely, some change in the atmosphere or something like that. But I love it when I'm doing the readings, and, usually I find that spirit just comes right through me and it's just, talking to me, and I'll hear what is being said before I flip the card over. And, I love it when that happens. And that's exactly what was happening this time too. And so it was like, you just know exactly what is, what's going on. Right. And I love it. But yeah, there was definitely this general theme. So it was kind of crazy.
I love when stuff like that happens though. I mean, it's like perfectly synchronized. I love that.
Yes, absolutely. So you guys are going to have to be a little bit patient with us because we are missing a Michelle today. So she's got some things going on. And so it is just Mr. Brandon here and me. So we're going to do our best to get to you guys.
Love T, if you could, love, please repost your question.
Yeah, she did donate last time, but unfortunately she couldn't be here when the reading was done. So if you could just post your question, Love T, and then we'll get to you.
Or your new question, either or, whatever you want answered today. That would be just fine. All of you coming in, if you do want a reading, please just type it in the chat with your name and your zodiac sign or date of birth. If you donate, please make sure that you let us know so that we can put you at the top of the list again, we don't have Michelle today, our moderator. So you're going to have to make sure that you point it out for us, because we'll be going back and forth, giving readings, looking in the chat. So
yeah. So we're going to be a little bit.
Michelle has certainly spoiled us.
Right? Yeah. It's kind of nice when you're getting spoiled. I don't mind. I don't mind being spoiled at all.
One bit.
So I'm
Jenna and the air signs. Oh my gosh, I found my new band name.
Hey, I'm an air sign.
That's so
it's actually funny because I'm pretty sure I think that Jenna went for an Aquarius. I could be wrong on that. Maybe I'm wrong. Is it an Aquarius?
Like the way that sounds, Jenna and the air sign.
Yeah, right. That is an album cover right there, right? Let's take a look into Love T's question. What's coming towards me in love? And you are an Aries. All right. Just give me 1 second. I just need to focus in for a second. Love T, you are single. Am I correct? Like, I believe that you are single. It's interesting because your energy right now, I want to say that you're single, but you don't feel like you are. I know that sounds a little weird and a little bit off. But it feels like there is something connected to you or someone connected to you. And I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. Most of the time we don't remember readings from week to week. So sometimes you guys have to remind us, but I know we've read for you before, several times. And I just keep feeling something about it almost feels like your energy has changed a little bit, where something is coming very close to you or is already connected to you, even though you're in a place of being single. So it's almost as though you're here and this somebody is over here and you guys are starting to polarize together, okay? Kind of like that magnet. And I don't know if you've done, because it feels like you've done a lot of inner work, a lot of inner releasing, a lot of inner like a change in perspective of some sort. Does that make sense to you? Because it really feels like there's something that has shifted within your personal energy, and it feels like this person is coming. I keep wanting to say August, and I don't know if I've said August to you before, but it just keeps feeling like something about Leos or August. This could be a Leo coming towards you. It could be the month of August. I don't even know if it's going to be as far as August. Okay. But something is happening. Something is changing. And it feels as though somebody's about, like literally about to appear in your hemisphere. So I keep wanting to say, don't watch for them, because that could push the energy away. But I want you to be aware of them showing up. I want you to be aware. I just feel like something else is showing up here. Just give me 1 second. Like something else is trying to get your attention. Like I am literally being shown somebody with, I want to say, almost like long flowy hair, which is weird, but that could represent you. I don't know if this is you or if somebody else, but what I keep getting here is I just keep feeling like this has to do with Leo or again, that Leo month, August, end of July, going into August. It just feels like something is happening, and it's going to be happening very quickly. So keep working on your energy. Keep working on the releasing. There's some things from the past that you still are there's a couple of cords that you're still attached to that need to be cut. And I feel like this has to do with a particular person. Okay. I hope that makes sense to you. You can comment, down or put a, comment down if you wish, but it just feels like there's something from the past that still needs cutting, one person that still needs, like, kind of like do a cord cutting with Archangel Michael, possibly. There's lots of, YouTube videos about that, or, it's very simple to do. It's just a simple meditation. But I just feel like this person's energy is still a little bit grabby on you, and it doesn't need to be there, because this person, it doesn't feel like a positive energy. Okay, good. You've released. You're in a good space now. Good. So just do one final cord cutting and you will be good to go, and you're good to go ahead. Perfect. I'm so happy to hear that.
I'd have to agree. I know exactly what you're picking up here, because I can feel that same energy too. I feel that sort of, it feels very distant, but it still seems to be contributing some kind of either friction or resistance. So there must be that one little cord that's like attached. And
and she says she's
almost completely over it. Perfect.
Yeah,
so we're like we're right on those last threads. Like when you got one of your favorite pairs of pants and that button keeps stretching, and you're on that one last little thread that's hanging on for dear life. It's like that same thing. And there's one little thread that once detached, it's just, it's going to allow your energy to feel a sense of peace, freedom, total sense of release. I'm sure, like you said, you're kind of almost there, and you've probably been feeling as if it's just right there. You probably feel monumentally better than you have even, just a few weeks ago. But I am also confirming something that Kathy was picking up as well. I keep getting that sense of length or long with the energy of the person that's coming in. So I'm not personally sure, and I'm not being shown. Maybe Kathy's right with the long hair, but I keep feeling like there's length to the body in some way. I'm not sure why that feels important.
It just felt like long, like it just feels like I want to say like a lion's mane. That long, beautiful, so, and that's why I keep getting drawn to the August or the Leo, or, there's something magnificent almost in regards to this person's energy.
Yeah, there's definitely a sense of like pride in the self. Now, I don't feel that this is a full ego thing. This does seem to be more of a personal, like, I love myself. And as I'm saying that, Spirit keeps showing me, oh, well, that's because, Love T herself is going through this transformation of self-love. So now she's going to see it as a mirror. And so they're showing me that it's going to be a like match, like energy attracting like energy. So I also am feeling that this person is going to consistently and constantly ping you with intuition. Like there's going to be a quite a strong mental, intuitive connection between you and this person, to the point where it could even feel as if they're getting underneath your skin. So you got to be comfortable, I think, with being vulnerable. And I think that's why Kathy and I are both picking up on cutting that last thread here, because it is going to allow you to enter into that space. If you had that thread, for example, and then you went into this connection, you're going to feel all these little annoying little things, like literally thread pulling under the skin or something like that, instead of just feeling vulnerable. So I think that's why it really is important. And again, it's a good sign that Kathy and I both are picking up on this energy separately.
I agree. I just work on yourself, cut that cord. It's coming through. It's coming through. I think that's a good place to leave it, is just, it is coming through. So for those of you that are new to the channel, make sure that you subscribed. We do take donations first, so we will be going through those. We are keeping, though, your name and everything in the chat here, and we're going to be going, by, pretty much who came here first. We may be doing a lottery. We'll see we'll see how much time we have and everything like that. We're going to be working that way for right now. But next would be Jenny Gonzalez.
Jenny.
Where are you, Miss Jenny?
Sagittarius. I have them all saved here on a note.
Oh, okay. You're the best.
I got you. Jenny, Sagittarius, general reading, please. Okay,
Jenny. Oh, you closed a door. I literally heard a slam. I don't know what the heck you're closing. I don't know if you actually, physically closed the door, okay? But energetically, you're like slam. I heard a slam in my head. Hey, Jason, thank you for joining us. It's good to have you. So maybe confirm that in the comments for me, because it just feels like energetically. Oh, you have like, okay. You know that expression when one door closes, another one opens? This is you. This is you on some sort of either energetic current level, or it's about to, you're just stepping into this. It literally felt like the slam, but you're ready to head down this direction here. So it's like slam and I'm going this way. So, I cut off a lot of people. There we go. Okay. Thank you for confirming, because it feels like this, that was needed. And this door that I'm being shown has literally caution tape on it. Like, do not open this door again. It doesn't need to be open. If it is to be opened, it needs to be done by them on a level that is going to resonate with you, because you have, Jenny, leaped. Okay, so I'm literally being shown stairs here. Ascending your higher self is what I'm being told. So you are have literally ascended your higher self in some way. And this has been coming on for you for a while now. This has been sort of happening. I keep feeling like you're been working with spiritual arts. I'm being shown. I'm being shown, like, is there crystals? Or is it herbs or something? Like, it just feels like there's elements. Like, I literally want to say earth elements that are around you, like, or you're about to head into. I mean, again, these could be, upcoming energies, but I keep getting shown, like, I'm being shown herbs. I'm getting shown crystals. I keep getting, like, it's like earth elements, like elements from the earth. And it just feels like, oh, witchy things. Okay. Yeah. Like, because this, like I said, you're literally ascending, and you're ascending not only your higher self, but I love this. You're raising the atmosphere. You're raising the atmosphere that is around you. And so these people that you've cut off, there may be more. But you're also going to be drawing in those that can reach your level of atmosphere. Okay. There is a caution though coming in. Do be aware of anybody who presents themselves as reaching your element, but you will feel that they are not. And I feel like this is a very important message that's coming through for you. I feel like somebody may appear, and I'm hearing about this. They could have appeared recently, but I keep hearing like 2 weeks. I don't know if it's 2 weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ahead, something about 2 weeks. That may have a whole different meaning for you, but I am being told to watch their energy, because you will recognize them. Maybe not right away, but something's going to feel off. Okay, something is going to feel off within their energy. They may be like posers. Okay, somebody who can pose that they're generating that same energy as you, but you will recognize it. Okay, and it may not have anything to do with weeks, 2 weeks, or anything like that. Maybe that has a whole different meaning. But just be aware of that, because I do feel that your energy is going to really start drawing people in. And there may be somebody that appears that you have to be a little bit cautious of. Okay. So I hope that makes sense to you.
That's interesting. You saw that in the beginning with like the intuition and stuff, because that is 100% what I keep being shown, is that there are insights being gained right now for you, Jenny, based on they keep showing me like emotional uncovering or emotional discovery. So I don't know if what you've gone through pulled up a lot of emotions from yourself, but they keep showing me all these beautiful little nuggets, these golden little nuggets that you're gaining in your own consciousness based on what you've had to experience emotionally or as a result of emotions that have come up with yourself and maybe triggered by others around you, but that's not fully relevant. It's all about kind of where you are with your own self. And it's like you're unlocking something. You're really unlocking a whole piece or portion or part of yourself that may have been dormant before. I feel that it was actually subconscious. And I think Kathy and I have both talked about this with you in the past about that intuition, that sense being quite strong. What I am also being shown, though, I'm asking Spirit specifically what you need to know right now. And they're showing me that you're going to feel a lot of really good energy, like from here on out. And what they're saying is just because you're feeling the good energy, it does not mean to go back to the places that you were before, because they're still going to be the same and you're going to be different. And you going in there is going to cause friction, it's going to cause animosity, anger. And specifically, now that I just said this, I'm remember you had said you would cut off like a friend group before, or a group of people or somewhere, and Spirit is specifically showing me not to go to the watering hole, the place where everybody kind of gathers and meets up, because all of that is still the same. It doesn't fully resonate with your energy where you are now. So putting yourself in that situation, in that position, is likely to bring you back down. So really what they're saying is just, you don't need to go there right now. And you're actually aligning yourself with better places to be, with people who are more of a match energetically with where you are right now. So that seems to be the most important thing. I think if you were to go back into that environment, it's prone to like gossip and talking and things that just, really aren't important. And it's exactly what I feel like you've been getting away from. So just maintain, I think, where you are right now. That seems to be the biggest thing, because that's only going to continue to grow. And you need to surround yourself in those environments that facilitate that.
I feel like too, with this energy that I love that message that you gave, because that was so positive. But I'm also getting too, Jenny, is that this person, like I said, it feels like this posing energy. I feel like that's coming in for a particular reason, and it's to help you recognize energies coming forth in the future, because as you're advancing into more of a deeper and spiritual realm, there are going to be energies that appear, whether they're human or non-human energies, that will make their appearance as you advance on that spiritual level. And I feel like this is coming forth for a particular reason. There's nothing for you to really do except recognize it and allow yourself to move away from it. Okay. Or allow yourself to release it in some manner. So it's nothing to, it's nothing to worry about. They're not going to cause any harm or danger or anything like that. But it just feels like they're being brought forth for a particular reason at this moment. So I hope that helps. Like, again, it's nothing to worry about, nothing to, really pay attention to. You'll recognize it and then you'll just move away from it. But this is going to help start that recognition for something later on as well. So,
Very cool.
I want to say thank you to everybody everybody that has joined us, especially from Facebook. We've got it running on 2 YouTube channels right now. You guys joining us means the world to us. Your support means the absolute world to us. Thank you so much. Make sure you do go to the actual YouTube channel, click subscribe, click like. It really helps get the videos out there, and it helps support this channel. And we appreciate you guys so much. We are going to get to, as many as we possibly can today. So please have patience with us. And remember that we're here every Wednesday at 6:00 p.m. Mountain Time. So even if for whatever reason we can't get you today, we will, be able to get to you hopefully next week. And also remember that, donations we do get to first. That's it. Again, just thank you so much for being a part of this channel and supporting us and being there for us.
Absolutely. The E. Hello, welcome. Hyacinth. That's such a cute name. I love that.
Hi, Grace. Nice to have you as well. Hi,
Dream, a person after my own name. So, if I'm not mistaken, here we've got 2 more donations.
Yeah, Namie.
And then
right?
We'll take a quick break to let everybody type in their questions if they need to. And then I've got Jenna, Phoenix, and Emily in the lottery currently. If I've missed you and you haven't heard your name or your reading, please say something in the chat. You can direct it at me or Kathy. We'll be able to both see it. But if you do want to make sure you do have a guaranteed reading, you can, of course, donate. The link is there right on the front page here on the info box. So next up, is that going to be Namie?
Oh, I am going to just put, I will put the donation link in on the channel here. I just need to do that. Or again, just join us next Wednesday, or you can contact us if you want a full reading. We do offer those as well. So, Namie, I believe Namie is next.
All right. So Namie, our Pisces, wants a general reading. Anything regarding my move to Gainesville. Was supposed to leave tonight, but it's getting late and it's raining, so we'll be leaving early in the morning.
Okay. So the first thing I'm actually hearing, this was I'm getting a lot of, this is sort of for Miguel at the same time. We will look into Miguel separately, but I feel like this is for both of you. There's a very large protection energy that is coming through right now. I think it was actually good that you did not leave tonight. I feel like that is part of that protection. I feel like, and even in the morning, don't make a rush, only go at your pace. Okay. I don't know, why. I mean, it could be something as simple as, who knows, like a flat tire or whatever. I'm not saying, anything massive or big, but I do feel that you were held back for some particular reason tonight. And I'm also getting this energy from Miguel, or for Miguel. Again, I'm going to try and look, I'm going to try to separate both energies, but with Miguel and Namie, I feel like together there needs to be, you guys need to protect each other. I don't know why that is. Like, I don't feel anything bad happening. I don't feel any ominous, big dark cloud, or there's nothing like that. It just feels like right now there may be some, maybe some friction. This might not even have to do with the two of you. This could be external circumstances, but it just feels like, some sort of a little bit of friction, and it feels like this is the time. I feel like this is a general message for the both of you to some degree. There needs to be an element of protection and support and kind of like bubble the two of you together. Remember why you guys are together, how much love you both have for each other. Don't allow the external circumstances to interfere with the two of you. This is so important right now. I just keep feeling that it's like I literally want to do this. It's like I want to take the two of you and wrap the both of you together in like little bubble wrap and send you out in the world. You know what I mean? And have the external energies just bounce off that bubble wrap. That's how I feel right now. And remember, always remember that you two are so meant to be with each other. Your love is very, very eternal is what I want to say. It's very strong. It's very faithful. It's very loyal with each other. And I just keep hearing this message come through. And remember, it's like, look at the big term picture. I know that, here's the thing. I'm not getting between the two of you that there's, anything that you two are fighting or anything like that. It's just more one of those things where you just kind of go, just remember how much love that you guys have for each other, and continue to hold on with each other, because these external people, as much as they may be connected to us on a biological level or a genetic level or a family, like ancestral level, it is going to be the two of you that make it out in this world. Okay. And these external things that are coming in need to be released. They need to be, not released like let go of, or released as like, you know, get out of my life or anything like that, but they need to have their boundaries, and they need to have to be set in their place, because they're only it's like generally in their life they're okay, but for whatever reason they're holding on to a huge you know what I'm getting at.
I want to jump in there real quick.
You have bigger words than I do.
If you don't mind, real quick, I do want to get into this. I am actually being shown that a disconnect or cutting off would actually be good. Now, that doesn't say that you don't love this person or these people. It doesn't mean that you'll never talk to them again. But what I'm picking up here is that they're holding on to an energy of the past, of you, and they're going to hold you to that energy when what you need now is new and blank page and blank slate, because you are growing, you're expanding yourselves, your energy, your lives, your assets. And if people are holding on to these past ideas of who they think you are, they're going to keep trying to put you in that box or that place. But that's why Kathy was talking about having your own little bubble and your own space that people cannot pop or interfere. That in and of itself should be the focus right now. And so the general message that I keep getting here, and specific with you, Naomi, when I tap into you, is this sense of surrendering, releasing, letting go. Being a Pisces, you should absolutely know that it's never disconnecting from things. It's just letting go of any kind of need of control, and being affected only by what you're cultivating, you know, and the two of you. And what Kathy was saying was such, I think, beautiful advice of just you two focusing on each other, and everything that's supposed to be around you will come up naturally and complement it to meet you at that level. So letting other people, you know, force you into a way that they think you should be, that is not a sense of surrender. That's living under, you know, a sort of pretense. It's a pretense of or other ideas or notions of, again, what other people create and not based on yours. So having that innocence, that fun, that should really be the focus. And honestly, spirit keeps showing me it's going to feel magical and childlike, that childlike sense of wonder. So surrendering is a good way to go right now.
You two are the strength. You two are the pillars that are bringing your families or, you know, things around you to all together. And remember that when you're the pillars or the top of that mountain, okay, people should be coming to you. Okay, people should be rising to your level. Don't lower yourself. You don't need to go down the mountain to meet them. It is time for them, because I am getting that energy of people that are trying to bring you down to their elements. Okay, and that's not necessary. I love the way Brandon phrased it. I feel like just follow this advice, and you guys are both going to see. It's almost as though the energy of the both of you help your land flourish. And this is going to be for generations, okay? Generations to come. The seeds that you're planting right here, right now, are going to help for generations. You guys are building a solid and beautiful foundation. It's almost as, you know what? It's interesting. I feel like when you go to that property tomorrow, you know what? If you guys can get, or if you already have some crystals, it wouldn't be a bad idea to bury some of those crystals on the four corners, if at all possible, on the land. Okay, just at the very corners, and protect that land, not from because there's anything on the land or anything like that. It just feels like I want you to hold these crystals and peace, love, and prosperity are allowed onto the land. That's it. That's all you need to say. Peace, love, and prosperity is only allowed to enter this land.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And just bury them. Okay. And then let them be. And you will find that this will help your land flourish and grow and be abundant. I feel like white quartz, tourmaline may help. Okay. Don't use hematite, because hematite can actually break once it's got too much energy. So you want to avoid like hematite. That's not something that you need. You want a solid crystal, a crystal that will last, for generations to come, right? Something like a quartz will be very strong.
Quartz is a good standard across the board. It's always a good crystal to have.
Which one is that?
Quartz, clear quartz is always a good one.
Yeah, I love quartz, and it really helps, clear things. And I just feel like all four corners, peace, love, and prosperity. That's all. Just say we only allow peace and love and love and prosperity to enter this land, because you've covered all the corners on that one. Okay, when you say that, and you will find that the people that are not supposed to enter that land, or if they're not entering with peace and love, prosperity within their hearts and their souls, they will be uncomfortable, and they will not be allowed to,
make an impression.
Right. Yeah. They won't. And they may just actually leave that land.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I know I kind of included the both of you in there. I hope that helps, and I hope that's okay. Miguel, the only thing I'm really feeling right now for you, and a general message that's coming through, sorry, Brandon, I didn't mean to cut you off. The thing that I'm feeling about you is right now, protect your energy, protect your beautiful wife, protect, this is, when I say protect, it doesn't mean you need to go out and fight everything. All right. It's just a matter of cherish, love, and nourish right now. That's all you need to do. And continue to work on, keep getting meditation for you. Oh, okay. I get it. Okay. Just give me a second, because I got to put it into words, because I'm just getting a lot of energy. Miguel, there's some more shit coming towards your way. Not shit bad way, good shit. Okay, this is good shit. But you're about to level up. You're about to level up spiritually, big time. Do you feel that, Brandon?
I'm getting something from Miguel, and I remember getting this before, and it was in a different context, but it goes back to a certain habit that's being held, which is a sort of sense of holding back or repression. Spirit keeps showing me that you are really in strong need of a release again. This time it does feel to be of a more emotional nature. I don't know when the last time you've cried or teared up or anything, but I just keep feeling this need to release. Specifically, what I'm shown is like this sort of, not violence, but very visceral, like cry and water just coming out, because they're showing me what happens afterward. And it's just this state of like, oh my gosh, I can breathe again. And they're just, so I'm not sure what you've been building up or holding, but they are showing me that there's an absolute need for release, because you need to be in that sort of zened out space. Like Kathy was saying, that sort of meditative, very clear, grounded, protective kind of vibe. Hands are feeling hot and feet are feeling more grounded. Good. Well, that's good. That's
good. It is very good. It's almost as though your energy is, here's the interesting thing. I feel like it's interesting that Brandon's picking up on the releasing. And I feel like that might be that step forward that you're going to need, right, in order for this ascension to come through. So I feel like those are very tied together messages. And that release will help bring on the ascension. Once you release, like whether you need to scream, cry, go punch a tree. No, don't hit the trees. Go hit a tire or something like that. Don't hit the trees.
Well, once you get on your lands, honestly, you might even feel it like right then and there, just the overwhelming amount of gratitude and all the stuff you had to get through just to get there. And if you feel it, just let it out. And like Kathy said, maybe you got to scream in the air like, we made it. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Just need that release right now.
Yeah. And the release
be a good blank page to fill.
I love the way you said that. Yes, a blank page, because it just feels like after that, I keep getting like the Emperor card in tarot. And you know how sometimes I will put on, I'll see tarot cards in relation to what it is that somebody, needs to know. And I keep seeing the Emperor. And when you see the Emperor, he's got his energy, but his energy is also very expanded outwards. He is the father, the protector, the caregiver, the ascender of the family. And I feel like not only are you going to be that for your family, but that's going to be for yourself. And this is where all of these spiritual insights and ascensions are coming through this process. So listen to Brandon, go scream somewhere. I love that.
Make room. You're making room.
Yeah, go release. Fly, be free. I think it will really help. Yeah, it will really make that difference. So.
It's such a good space. And again, speaking as a fellow Taurus, that's something that's very typical for Taurians, is to really hold back all the emotions that are felt. And I think, I don't know if I've held back my emotions over the past few years, but I haven't been as emotional in my own self over that time. And when I went to Hawaii, I felt something in my energy, and it was like I was opened back up to love. And ever since then, it was like I had this beautiful release. I did myself scream up on top of a mountain. I'm like, oh my gosh, I made it. And I swear, it's like now, it's not that it's like super dramatic. I'll cry at the drop of a hat. But I mean, at the wedding, you could hear me getting choked up. I mean, I'm marrying one of my best friends and her partner. And I know all the things that she's gone through, and I know all the difficulties, and you could hear me choke up just a little tiny bit. But I pulled it together, and people made comments. They're like, I heard it. I thought you were going to break down, but you kept it together. I'm like, I am a professional. Yeah. I got this. So trust me, I know, but I'm telling you, once you do, it's like the emotion can flow through you. You feel this sense of just like, oh, I'm here. Like I'm here. I'm present, more present than I have been before. So just, word of advice, it does work. Namie,
there's a trick to crying. You know what? I don't, maybe it's just me. Go turn on some sappy movie. For me, it's always P.S. I Love You. I cannot get into 10 minutes of that show without me bawling like a complete moron. Like I'm and actually it's
blubbering.
funny. My son actually times it now. Like he'll be like, okay, how long until mom has a breakdown? Oh, here we go. You're going faster each time you watch it. So it's like a yearly thing. It's like okay, I've got to release, so I'm going to turn on Yes, I Love You. I'm just like, wow.
We should watch a sad movie sometime, like on video call.
Yeah. I'll see Brandon. I could just see Brandon's screen recording. Put me on YouTube.
I didn't even think of that. I didn't even think. Now you put the idea, man.
I know. It'll go viral just with me looking like one of those big blubbering babies or something like that. That would be funny. Look how many subscribers we got, Kathy. Yeah, shut up.
Can't be mad that long if we got 1,000 new people. That'd be great.
Yeah, there you go. Meanwhile, I look like that Dracula with my eye makeup running down my face, and the ugly crying with the snot everywhere in the whole bed. It'll be special. It'll be a special episode. So, guys, I think what we're gonna do. Oh, Namie's like, cry, damn it. What did she say? Oh, we watched Heartland. I don't know if you ever watched it. It's made in Canada and Alberta. Yeah. It's a good show. And one of the main characters dies and super sad. Miguel just holds it in. So annoying. I'm like, cry with me, cry, damn it. That's hilarious. I love it. Actually, it's funny. You know what? Canadians very rarely watch Canadian shows. I did watch finally. What was it? What was that show you told me about? That funny one?
The Schitt's Creek?
Yeah, I finally watched.
Oh, yeah.
And I watch Miguel, or not Miguel, Murdoch Mysteries all the time. Murdoch Mysteries.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite shows. So if you guys ever get a chance, watch Murdoch Mysteries. Heartland, I have not seen yet, but I know what show it is. So it's made in my province. That's where I am, is in Alberta. So that's kind of cool.
Pretty cool.
So guys, we're just going to take a really quick break. We're going to try and get all of your questions in. Just also put in the comments here whether you're still here. Okay. For those of you that have already posted your questions, let us make sure that you're already still here so that we're not, just calling you and you're not here. And we will be back in just like 3 minutes. Okay. See you soon. Hello, we are back. Thank you guys for hanging on and joining us. Who is first? We'll just make sure that they're in the chat still.
So I think we should still do the lottery, even though so far I've only got 4. But if other people do come in, that is how we run things. if they get on the list even later than others. So let's do, I've got Jenna, I've got Phoenix, I've got Emily, and I've got Haya.
And Grace. Grace also asked a question too.
Grace. That's right, from Facebook. Let me see here. Let me get this question. Oh, I wish I could just drag and drop from this computer to that one, but I can't do that yet. So Grace Dream. I am new to...
Grace, if you're still here, we would need the name of your friend and possibly when they passed away, if you're picked for the lottery. Okay, so if you're still here, if you could post that, that would be wonderful. And yeah, so Phoenix is still here. Synth is still here.
We're missing Jenna. We're missing Emily.
Okay, well, we can always maybe get to them if they come back in. If you guys are here, let us know.
All right, so we're going to do Phoenix is 1, Haya is 2. Grace, did Grace comment back yet?
No, not yet.
Okay.
It's not going up yet. Unless there may also be a delay in the chat, so I'm not sure.
That is true. That is very true. Well, I think since we have Phoenix and Haya here, let's just start with 1 and 2, and just for the sake of continuity. Oh, Emily is here watching Schitt's Creek right now. I was just watching it before the show, actually. I was literally just watching it before the show. I started it over. I've watched it so many times. It's one of my favorite shows. Literally over and over again.
I think that show has put Canada onto the map, which is kind of cool.
That one, and a lot of my family, they've been watching Letterkenny. They really
okay. Yeah.
But of course, Supernatural, wasn't that all filmed up in Canada?
It was, yeah. It was all filmed in Vancouver. Yeah.
Man, that's pretty
They didn't come to Alberta, damn them, but whatever.
Oh, that, and the one show I really liked was The 100. That was one that I really
okay. Liked. I have not seen that one.
I know that was filmed in Canada, but that's a CW show, right? All those CWs, they're all filmed up there, I think.
Yeah. They're just not Canadian based. Or like they're made in Canada, but not Canadian
company.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah. So
All Rush.
They're not CBC.
Welcome, All Rush. We are doing little mini readings here. Everybody asks all sorts of different questions. Just ask whatever question you'd like. If it's within our parameters, Kathy can go over the guidelines here with us real quick about the questions that we won't take. So I'm sure you'll be fine.
Yeah. So some of the questions that we will not take is we don't do health, or anything like that. That includes pregnancy. Or legal. Okay. We can't answer legal questions. We're not lawyers or doctors, and we don't play one on TV. So, we can't go there. We also prefer not to answer like third party questions, meaning what is my boyfriend's girlfriend's thinking of, like that's not a question for us. We can look into the energy between you and them, but we will not look into the energy of a third party person. Okay. That's we don't have the boundaries for that as far as as energetically. I think that's about it for the most part. We prefer to have an actual question if at all possible. But we will look into general energies. However, if you're asking for a general reading, you're going to get a general answer, and there's no guarantee as to, what time, space, or element we could end up, that spirit wants us to look into. So if you have an actual question, that would be great. All right. So we got, Jenna's here. Sun asked a question. So I think we've got a few more now. We were up to what, 5?
I've got 5 right now. I've just posted your number in the chat here. Again, Grace, if you are still here with us, please let us know in the chat so I can put you up on that lottery list. And Sun, I have got your question right here. Sun, if you could give us your first name and either your date of birth or your zodiac sign, your sun sign. That would be very, very helpful. Thank you. I've got you as number 5. Jenna's 4. I haven't assigned Grace a number until Grace confirms here.
Okay.
Feel Sun, Taurus. Thank you, Sun. Filson, am I saying that correctly?
Filson?
Filson or Filson?
A lot of Tauruses, a lot of Taurus energy. What is wrong with you guys?
We're everywhere.
You're everywhere. So funny. All right.
All right. Well, let's start with the numbers 1 through 5 right now.
Okay.
And see how far we can get in the lottery list. All right. So I'm pulling up my number generator here. All right. And remember, guys, if you did want full readings, if you wanted to work with me, I am at thedreamteacher.com. You can click on my website, click on the appointments tab, and set up an appointment that way, schedule it out. If you're not sure what to do, you can set up a free consultation. Or if you feel like you've got some blocks that you want to get over so we can like really tap into things and work on things, go download the headphone hypnotherapy. It works at the subconscious level to help cleanse and clear emotions. So contact me at thedreamteacher.com.
Hey, Will, good to see you. He's popping in to say hi. Nice to see you again. I'll rush. If you have a question, just post it down into the chat as well, so we can add you to the list. So.
And Kathy, where can they get a hold of you?
Oh, they can get a hold of me at oracleintuitions.com or through my Facebook and my Instagram page at Oracle Intuitions. That is the best way to reach me in order to receive or to book a reading. And my readings go by the hour. So you can contact me in regards to, prices, all of that stuff. And I usually provide video readings. So this is going to be a video chat using, some form of technology, whatever is best for you. I can use Skype, Zoom. I usually prefer Facebook Messenger. We can use WhatsApp, Instagram, whatever. It's up to you. But I do prefer video readings. So this will be you and I in a private video chat.
Oh my gosh. Jenna's Taurus rising. Hyacinth is Taurus moon. So much Taurus.
Jenna? Hey, Jenna. Good to see you. It's nice to see her again. Okay. Let's go for the first one. Which one did we pull up?
All right. First up is going to be as number 2. Number 2.
Okay.
Number 2 is Hyacinth.
Okay. And what is Hyacinth's question?
Hyacinth is a Pisces. Would like to know where my connection with A, who is a Taurus, is going. The potential. There's a third party interference. His Cancer XS. He's unable to let go of. Thank you. So Hyacinth, who's just a Pisces, would like to know where the connection with A, who's a Taurus, is going.
Okay. So there will be a break within this energy, but I feel like, Hyacinth, I feel like this is very important for you to know where to hear. This has to be an organic break. And I feel as though, did you say that the third party was the Cancer? I believe that you did, because it feels, it's a very, this is no offense to Cancers. Okay, this is this particular energy, but this is a very clingy energy. This is a very clingy energy.
Oh, Cancer is so clingy. Any Cancer knows that.
Right? Cancer moon, Cancer sun. They're like, bah. But anyway, okay. We love you, but just
they know that.
you know?
It's not a bad thing.
yeah, but it's not so much him. Okay, I know it feels as though it's hard for him to let go, but there's really a lot of, it's almost like this Cancer is sucking literally the life force out of the sky. Okay, and I feel like it's almost as though they keep putting obligations of some sort on them, whether this is energetically or in a physical manner in some way. It almost feels as though, like, energetically, this person won't release their clutches. So even if it feels or appears that it's him, it's not. Okay, I want you to I just feel like you need to know that the physical realm and the spiritual realm are in two different places at this point. So no matter what you're seeing on a physical level, it may not be playing that same way in the spiritual level, because energetically, this Cancer individual is very stuck to this Taurus. Okay. You have to allow this to happen organically. So meaning, like, try not to interfere in any way. This will help that detachment, because right now I feel like the Taurus is in this place of feeling very drawn to you, wants to be within your energy, wants to head your way. But if you push at this energy, it is going to almost exasperate the Velcro that is between the two of them. Okay, and it's kind of hard to explain. So I'm kind of like, I'm trying to explain on also it would be way, but yeah.
You're just trying to make sure that A is not entering into a situation that's exactly the same as where it is now.
That's exactly it. And she says, so yes, somehow A feels obligated or responsible for her, which I didn't understand. And that's exactly what I was feeling. And there's, it's not that there's a true obligation or a true responsibility. It's that the Cancer keeps throwing at him in this, energetic and spiritual type of way. And that's why this needs to be so organic on your part. Like, basically take that step back and just say, okay, actually, and I'm also getting here, your angels and spirit guides are really trying to help in this situation. I want you to know that you're getting a lot of spiritual help. And this is why I feel like backing off for right now. It doesn't mean like move yourself away from him or anything. It just means don't reach out. Don't push that. Don't push that connection between you and him. If he says, I got to go change your light bulb, just, okay, well, see you later. I'm locking the door for tonight. Have at it. See you later. When but leave it at that. You don't need to start a fight. You don't need to do anything, but it's setting your boundaries as to what you will accept within this and what you won't accept into that. Okay. And, it's like you said, when you challenge the behavior, it does make it worse, simply because energetically, there's this spiritual Velcro that is trying to be released, but your guides and angels are already working on that. It's literally like they're taking one head here and one head here, but you have to let that happen. You have to let that happen on its own, because there could be that polarity that tries sticking it together, but they're being pulled apart. So I hope that I'm explaining that to you correctly.
What it feels like to me, it feels like one of these soul contracts that people had to like go through, in order to be in a specific place so they could evolve, in this path, in this lifetime. And it kind of has that vibe to it with A and S here. With them finalizing and finishing up a soul contract, it feels like something that was from the past and now it's got to be let go of. And, for A, you're saying, you don't understand that feeling of obligation or responsibility and I will speak in general as a generalization, because I can feel this energy in A for sure. And I recognize it, when A, or somebody like myself, or maybe if Miguel is here, he can speak up as well, being a Taurus. There is a certain, when you enter into something, you don't ever want to like have it fail or it to be bad or wrong. So you will, see it through to the very end. When we enter into something, we really mean it. And so I feel that there is a coming to terms with the self, feeling a sense of failure and having to accept it, like, oh, this wasn't a failure. This didn't work out how I thought it would, but it also is not a failure because I discovered something else. And I think that something else is partly this connection that the two of you do share in. What I am being shown is that the energy, for whatever reason, right now feels like you two have had like a really nice like psychic bond or psychic connection, and that feels detached right now. And it is, I am being shown, I'm looking into A specifically, I'm being shown there is distance with A with you, and that there is a bit of feeling of friction. So you saying that you may have made it worse by challenging the behavior. I think that's exactly what I'm picking up here. I'm asking Spirit specifically what's to come between the two of you. And they are showing me that distance is going to be important right now because it allows space for him to come back in. Now, what you need to be doing, Haya, exactly what Kathy was saying. Hold your energy back right now. That is so important. And there's a specific reason, because you need to show the security and stability that you personally have without the massive influence of emotions. And you've got to find that definitely in yourself. It seems like you may have faltered a little bit because you took personally however he was acting or reacting, and it was not a reflection on how he feels about you at all, but your reaction definitely made him step back and be like, oh, whoa, I need to make sure I'm with somebody secure. So don't let whatever they're going through affect you and where you are, but also the connection that you separately have with A. You and A have something different. What he's going through is something totally different. Keep those energies separated, because once A is finally free of that, which he has to do of his own volition, he's going to look at you and be like, oh my gosh, she is just secure and stable in herself. And that is exactly what I need and want in my life. So just be in your space, be you, give it. You need to have that unwavering faith that this is all going to work out exactly as it's supposed to, because there is a sense of intuitive connection. There is a psychic bond between the two of you. So like Kathy said, it's like the guides are there, like moving and mingling and helping, as needed. But you have to make sure you check your emotions and not let them react. Just sit in them and let them flow through you and keep in that secure, stable energy. That's exactly where you're supposed to be right now.
I found it really interesting that you said the words need and want, because I kept hearing that in my head. And that is the difference. Okay. And being expressed to him, because she has, or, this Cancer has this needs and wants. And it's like such a energy. Like it just feels so choking and strangling and like type of energy. And you do not want to present that, because that's something that he does not ever want going forward. And he doesn't look at you like that way. It's unfortunate, because she can come off with, the hard part is that within yourself that you haven't been clingy, you haven't been presenting that energy. And as soon as you present just even a little bit, it's like, he's like, oh my God, and freaking out. And energetically wise, not actually in true physical manner, probably, but energetically. But the thing is that you got to remember that for some reason, Spirit has brought you two together, and it's to strengthen both of you as individuals, and that so that you can walk into this relationship going into the future as strong individuals, not with that need to have that possession over each other. Okay. So your relationship with him and his relationship with, choky person is completely different. And just have that strength, like Brandon was saying, have that resolve, knowing going forward that you guys are going to be okay, that you guys are, heading towards a future where this is ending. And like I said, those guides and angels are really coming in, and they're doing what they can to clear this up. But you got to let them do their work, how it needs to be done, and just take that step back. So I hope that that's helped. I hope that's brought you some clarity.
Remember, what they're going through has nothing to do with y'all. You have something totally separate.
No, I always giggle when you say y'all.
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 I'm a real Texas man now.
Hey. Choky person. Yeah, that's exactly how I see her. She's like exactly like she's like choky person. Like her energy is just like I don't know. As an Aquarius, that kind of
Yes.
So I am
like the total opposite of Aquarius.
like there's a difference between physical choking for fun and then there's choking energetically where you're like, okay, I'm out of here. I'm running this way. Okay. Like you keep that energy over there, right?
See,
Two different energies.
How ironic. I love Cancers. I love Cancers. Give me the gling. Give me all that glingy, gooey love.
Anyway, moving on. No, I'm just bugging. Yeah.
All right. So,
and then she's saying she doesn't understand because she's already married. That doesn't matter. It's literally all the energy. It's all of the energy. It has nothing to do with anything in this spiritual or in this physical realm. Just allow that to happen. Allow it to, clear out how it's gonna clear out. So yeah.
Remember, you've got something separate. That's all.
You don't
have to worry about that.
Eliana Julie. I hope I said your name right. I'm probably squinting at the screen again, even though I'm wearing glasses. May I have a reading tonight? Yeah, you may have a reading, but we are doing a lottery. So we are picking a number, Brandon. It has a random number generator. Just put your name and your birth date as well as your question into the comment section. And if you get chosen for the lottery, we will definitely be reading for you tonight. We do take donations. So donations are always first. Just let us know that, that you have donated so that, we can move directly to your question. Okay. So let's move on to the next one.
Next up is going to be number 4.
And you're so welcome, Hyacinth, for your help. We're really glad that it helped.
Number 4 is Jenna.
All right.
Oh, we've got quite an update here from Jenna. Texted my ex Caleb to ask for my stuff back after 7 months the other day because he unfollowed me and unfriended me on everything. Now we've been talking the last 3 days and I see him Saturday. Jenna wants to know what will happen with Caleb and me now that we're back in communication. I'm a Virgo. He's a Libra.
Okay. Okay. Jenna, did you not just say you were dating an Aquarius? Is this the same Jenna?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. Miss Jenna. So the first thing I'm getting here, you need to take this very, very slow. Very, 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 very. Caleb has a lot of proving of himself to do right now. Okay. He, I know that you guys, separated for school and all of that stuff, but I feel like he felt that your energy has been removed from him, which is why he's making this appearance again. Okay. And you need to be cautious of that. He needs to prove himself. He needs to prove that this is going to be stable and sturdy to last. He insists on seeing me Saturday to remove my stuff, but he seems so angry. Of course he's angry. He's mad. Whether or not you've physically told him that you were with or that you were dating somebody, or he just feels that energy exchange, he kind of thought that he could hang on to you forever and do nothing during the process. And now that you're asking for your stuff back. And again, whether you've told him or not that you're dating somebody else, he feels that change in the energy. So as far as Mr. Caleb goes, he needs to either step it up or take a step back. This is in his hands. This is not anything to do with you. You go enjoy Mr. Aquarius for all he's got to offer, because Aquarius is rock. No, I'm just saying. listen to my ego, hey? But I feel, the thing is, he unfollowed you and unfriended you simply because of the fact that, I feel like he knew that would push something. I don't think that he expected it to push where you would say, I want my stuff back. All right. But I feel like there is a possibility of a future with Aquarius. Okay. And his name is Tim. And he likes you for you. Okay. Perfect. Why go backwards? You don't need to go backwards right now. If Caleb wants to step up into this energy, he can prove himself to you. Do I see this cycle being over with you, two of you? When you break it, it will.
Yeah, that's up to you.
This is completely up to you. There's nothing wrong with saying to him, look at Mr. Caleb, get your shit together. You have to prove to me that you're worthy of me. That's it. That's literally it. And you will see things change. Now, I really do feel that Tim is somebody worthy to really get to know. Okay. Aquariuses do not put their heart into things that are not worthy. Okay. If we don't feel that energy, we won't exchange that energy. If that energy is there, we will give you everything. And that's the difference, right? So yeah. And if you're there you go. You're his first girlfriend in 6 years. How beautiful is that? How beautiful is that? That shows you something right there, because they will not give their heart if they are not feeling it. Just stay with him. I'm just going to leave it there. Just stay with him for now. And you can break that cycle with Caleb. I see we have a troll.
Yeah.
So we'll just get rid of it.
Take care of that while I connect here.
Sure.
I am getting an emergency phone call, so I might have to take that. Let me just see what happens here. When I'm looking here, Jenna, I'm really feeling quite an immature energy coming from Caleb. And what Spirit keeps showing me is that this immature energy is likely to continue. And they're showing me that it's going to put the energy between you and Caleb in this weird limbo, ambiguous space. Those spaces are quite difficult to deal with, as you already know, because it seems like a lot of the time the two of you are there. And when I asked Spirit what's to come between the two of you, they are showing me that there is going to be a splitting of paths, and this feeling of wanting to hold back the disconnection. So my advice here for you is just allow whatever to flow, what needs to right now. No holding or tying things or, oh, let me hang on to him for the future in case. No. None of that. No. Energy needs to go where it needs to be right now. And like Kathy said, just focus on what you've got going on here with Tim. Caleb is going to run these cycles, and he's going to try to pull you back into them. So like we both said, when you want the cycle to be done, you choose that to be done. You have to make that choice in that disconnect, because you can easily let yourself get washed right back up in that. And it's obviously wasn't working for you. It didn't really do anything positive for your friendship, because now he's all, butthurt and upset about whatever's going on and trying to get a rise out of you. So it's like the energy has to be put back where it needs to go, and he's got to go hang on to his own stuff right now. It's not that you need to like forget about him or, just forget he existed. It's just you're letting space be the ultimate healer right now, which is important because obviously when you are in vicinity, when Caleb is like this, at this stage in his life, it's just not creating flow, it's creating friction. So you are kind of blocking that flow out. So let be what it's supposed to be. If he feels like he's going to pull away and disappear, then just be like, all right, dude, whatever. I accept whatever you've got for me. I accept it. It is what it is. You know, I'm living my life. I'm happy. And honestly, that's what real love is. Again, you know, you've heard me say it before. I'll say it again. Unconditional acceptance. Accepting somebody without condition. Unconditional acceptance. I have nothing but love for you, Caleb. Be well. Goodbye.
Exactly. I will say to you though, Jenna, you know, because you wrote in the comments, I told him I was still healing from Caleb and he understands. He will be very understanding towards that. However, don't let this drag on. Like he's, you know, he's either going to want your heart or he's going to want to end that connection. Because it is very, like, Aquariuses do like to know where that next step is, or at least it doesn't mean that you have to make a decision and sit there and go, well, you know, I'm planning A, B, C, and D. But if you're in this place of pining, I guess was the best way to say it, over Caleb, that will be very hard for the Aquarius, because once their hearts are attached, they're attached. And that is something that you have to be aware of. Okay. They don't want to place their energy in something that's not going anywhere. So it's very important to understand that. Okay. And so just be aware when it comes to Tim, that, you know, if you need to take a break and really truly do some healing from Caleb, then do it, you know, separately. Don't play a game. I know that you wouldn't do that. I don't mean it in that way, but I think you get the general understanding of what it is that I'm saying. Okay. That's going to be very, very important. So, yeah,
For those of you just joining us, you can still put in your questions. Please type your first name, your zodiac sign or date of birth, and your question in the chat. If you are donating, please let us know that you've donated, because we are running out of time here. We may need to cut the show before we even get to everybody. We do not guarantee getting to every lottery question, but that's why we have the donation list. So if you do donate, please let us know in the chat so that we can confirm and put you at the top of that list. Zainab, thank you for joining us, love. If you do want a reading, please put in your question there. But since we don't have another question, I'm going to go off the list we've got generated right now. Next up is going to be number 5. Number 5, and that is Feel Sun. Sun.
awesome.
Sun, are you with us still?
Yeah, just let us know that you're still here by typing in the chat so that we can get into your question. If you're not here, we'll just move on. And thanks, Jenna, so much for, you know, joining us tonight. I'm glad that we could help. You're so, so welcome. Oh, yeah, Sun is here.
Yay! All right. So Feel Sun is Taurus and would like to know, will I be promoted at my current job?
Okay. Sun, can you just tell me in basic what your job is? Okay. Because I'm feeling some things coming through here, but I just need a form of clarity. If you can just kind of tell us what you do already at this moment.
Just a sort of generalization. I am getting some sort of general images here, and they do seem blended. It seems like a blend of two different things, because it feels like I'm being shown office, but I also feel this working with hands. So it's like this blend of something, I think.
That's exactly it. Warehouse
and shipping.
There we go.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
That's exactly it.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, but okay, so here's the interesting thing. What I'm feeling, Sun, is I don't know if it's going to be immediate, but I almost feel like you being moved to another area, or I don't know how to explain that. It's almost like if you went from warehouse, you would go into administrative. Like, it just feels like there's some sort of energy coming through here that is raising you up a bit. Okay. And it doesn't mean that your job now is lower or anything like that. It just means like, it's like you're taking out of one place and moving into another and somehow, but with a promotion. And that's where that step, you know, is coming through. It feels like, I think that's the best way to describe it. It's almost like you're going from one area, not a huge change within the company or anything like that. It just feels like you're being like I get, that's the best way I could describe it. It's like if you went from, let's say, working with your hands, you'd all of a sudden you'd be more administrative or something along that line. Like it feels like more desk or along that area. But I keep hearing the number 8, and I feel like that could have to do with the month. So what is 8? Is that August? Within the company, a different role. That's the best way to describe it. It's like within the company, but a different role within the company. And I keep hearing number 8, and I feel like that could be around August. It could be a month before, so it could be July, it could be September, it could be 8 months, 8 weeks, you know, something along that line. But it feels as though you're going to be moved to a different role. That's exactly what keeps coming through.
Yeah, it feels on. I'm actually being shown a lot of positive energy here with getting promotions in this company. I am shown that it is a steady climb. Like I don't feel like this next promotion will be the last one, but it feels like there's just going to be steady increase with this place. And for whatever reason, Spirit keeps showing me that this is actually part of your path, is like diligence and sticking with something. I don't know if it was either earlier in this life or perhaps maybe a past life. They're showing me that you were much too quick to make decisions about things, too quickly reacting, and didn't let things fully play out as they were supposed to. And so this is a part of your soul's journey, which is learning about that tenacity and that diligence and taking the appropriate steps. They're showing me that this is not only going to be monetarily fulfilling, but it's going to be purposefully fulfilling as well, that it's going to give you this sense of like, oh, I have this new sense of grounding, and I have this unquestionable, work where I just know what is happening, and I just know how things fit and where they belong. And that's part of what you're going to be doing, I feel, as a promoted role. They are showing me that it is, again, that purposefulness. They're showing me it's hitting you by way of emotion. So I'm not sure if this is going to make you emotional or it's going to allow you to feel in a much more secure place within yourself, but they are showing me that it hits you in multiple places. So it feels to be all around a good thing. And I'm specifically asking about if there's anything that you need to do to really solidify this. And all they keep showing me is to, it's like a meditative state. I'm trying to find a sort of layman way to put this, because they show me the vision of streaming from third eye, and it grows into this expanse of consciousness. And so what they're trying to denote is that you keeping your gaze fixated on expansion. I would work with the planet Jupiter right now a lot, see where Jupiter is in your chart and how it best works for you and with you, because you need to be in a consciousness that is an expanded state. Maybe Kathy has some ideas of different guides or beings or crystals or things that you can work with to expand your energy, but that's the main focus right now, is keeping that consciousness expanded.
So I keep hearing the word discipline. There needs to be a sense of discipline for some reason. That this word keeps coming through. So whether this expansion will allow a sense of discipline, or allow you to be more disciplined, or allow you to be more disciplined in some way. I keep hearing the angel's name, Zadkiel.
There we go.
Ask for guidance and ask for grounding within that energy, and ask, just give me 1 second. I just want to tap in and make sure that I'm getting the right message. Okay. So what I'm receiving is ask for your feet to be grounded, your heart to open, and your mind to expand. Okay. And it will help with all of these energies of moving forward. The grounding is going to be very necessary because I think, as Brandon has said, there's, you can move jobs, or maybe there hasn't been a discipline in some way. And I think that you said here, I normally move on to different jobs quickly. So that this is going to make that difference. Allow your feet to be grounded, your heart to open, and your mind to expand, and allow also those energies, the insights to come through, because when you're grounded, you're going to be able to receive them. So we're really looking at the chakra system from the crown to the heart to the soles of the feet. All right. Allow these to move forth, and you will see a difference. And it's Archangel Zadkiel. And I think that will help.
Beautiful. All right. So we've got Tida Goats, and it looks like in another channel. One of our other streams, we've got a viewer here who would like a reading. So Tida Goats, if you could put your first name, your zodiac sign, or date of birth. We can pick up on general messages for you if we call on you by way of our lottery. So we'll put you in the lottery. If you do want a guaranteed reading, you can still donate. Obviously, the link for the donation instructions are right there on the scrolling banner, or click in the info box and you can do that. Make sure you let us know if you do donate. We'll put you right at the top of the list so we can confirm.
And Son, you're so welcome. We're so glad that we were able to help and give you some guidance.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us today. Make sure you subscribe.
Yes, please subscribe. You do have to be subscribed to get a reading. So make sure you do that. And of course, we like thumbs up. If you can give us a thumbs up, if you really liked your reading, if you like how we read, if you like the way we look, if you like how we smell, or imagine if how we smell.
Smell of vision.
Give us a thumbs up, y'all. So let's see. I want to make sure everybody is still here. Who we have left? We have Phoenix. We have Emily. Grace, I still haven't heard from you, love, if you are still listening on Facebook. Stephanie, welcome in. Thank you for joining us here. Make sure you give us a little heads up that you're still here with us in the chat. So that way we don't. All right, Phoenix, there's our Phoenix.
Here. Emily's here.
And just keep an eye for Tida Goats if they message or respond.
Okay.
Okay, so let's work with what we've got right now. Try to get to as many of y'all as we can, but we got about 15 minutes left here. Okay. Next up is going to be number 1, our Phoenix.
Phoenix fire. Yay.
Yeah, I think we all need a little Phoenix fire in our lives right now. Oh, and beautiful. Phoenix fire is Pisces. Would like to know who is coming towards me in love.
Okay. Pisces? Let me just look. Okay.
Oh, hang on. It looks like they were. Okay.
I want to know what my connection with. Okay.
There we go.
That's so weird because I kept hearing the word Leo. Too funny. All right. I am a Pisces, would like to know where my connection with GM Aries is going. There's a third party influence, Leo, that he hasn't let go of. Okay. Yeah, I kept hearing the word Leo, but it wasn't a positive it wasn't a positive towards that, which is funny. All right. Okay. Phoenix, can I ask you a question? Are you sure you want this, Aries? I'm asking because of the fact that it almost feels, I feel like Aries definitely has a passion about them. But I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like your energy is so strong and so expanded and beautiful. And it feels as though Aries is a little bit held in. And I'm only asking not because you can't receive this energy, because I feel that you can. I feel like there may be a time for you to really look into yourself and ask yourself if this is something, or if this is somebody that you want to ultimately put your heart towards. Here's the interesting thing. I feel as though this energy is already going to come towards you. I feel like the Aries and the Leo, for whatever reason, it just feels like, it just feels, there's my intelligent words for the day. It's like they're fighting, or it's like the strong energy. I want to say passion, but I don't think it's passion. It almost feels like passionately fighting, or this negative type of energy that's there. Yes, there's still a connection and stuff, but it almost feels as though it just feels like a habit, or something like that. I feel like the Aries is okay. Here's the thing. Your energy, your personal energy is it feels very calm. It feels very psychically connected to the ether world. It feels very there's just so much, like it literally is like, it's like these messages are coming through the ether world all the time for you, or you're connecting on some sort of empathic level. Okay, good that you've walked away for now. All right, he says he's not with anyone to me, and says he's single. You know what? Let him come to you, because he needs to be in a solid place to be able to connect with your energy. Here's the thing. He needs some expansion within his own personal aura. Okay. I feel that he's being very true when he's talking about being single. And I feel like he's doing some inner work for himself. And I do feel that he will walk forward. Okay. But again, you have to let him do this. Okay. He has to do this on his own, but you need to keep expanding your energy, because your energy, it's like you just receive so much all the time. This is what I just keep feeling. And so don't let his energy affect your energy. Okay. If it feels as though empathically you can really pick up on a lot of if he's in a bad place, you might feel that energy. If he's angry, you might feel that energy, but you may not always recognize that it's his energy and not yours. So try to do that disconnection in some way, and you will know that he's coming forth in some manner. I feel like he's going to be contacting, but he may start off slow. So you have to not rush. Okay. Don't rush this relationship, or don't rush it. Let him do the speaking. I feel is important. So if he just messages is hi, say hi back, but he's got to be the one that expands that conversation. Okay. Do I feel when he will contact?
Here's the thing about these connections.
Yeah.
It is just real quick. I want to let you finish what you were going to say, your thought here.
I don't feel this is going to be long, but again, there could be long breaks between the connections. Okay. So he may message, which is why this is going to be important for him to walk forth on his own. All right. Because if he's just messaging and then you don't hear from him for 2 or 3 weeks, he's not expanding. Okay, he's just making sure that you're there as a hang on, and he's got his little string that he's dangling at that moment. Okay, so it's going to be really important to let him progress this in a strong way. So if he says hi, match that energy. You just say hi. That's it. If he says, how are you? Good. You? That's it.
Energy.
Match that energy. This is going to be super important because you don't want those breaks in between. And I feel like by doing this, it is going to help bring him forward. I would actually leave him on hold for like a good 24 hours before you even contact him. Or like when he does contact, I would let him sit there for a while. Let him sit there for a while because he really feels like as though, he just wants to make sure that you're there.
Yeah. So speaking to this part of the connection, real quick, I did get you D. Tida, I've got you on the list as well. Those are your numbers. Listen, if we call those out, we've probably got one or two left. Phyllis, welcome in. If you are looking for a reading, please type your first name, date of birth, and question. We probably have time for about one more question here. Phoenix, you are energetically connected, okay? You and the Aries here. In fact, what Spirit keeps showing me is that it feels like the two of you are at home with one another. There is just a naturalness. There is just a total sense of belonging. It feels like one of you is the home and one of you is the foundation, or one of you is the wood and one of you is the side. Like it's like you just naturally fit. That is at a soul level. Now, physically, this is where all the confrontation and conflict does come from. So when I'm looking at the energy between the two of you, that's super clear. You are absolutely connected. And that's probably why it's so confusing, is because I know that you can sense or feel this, but the Aries over here not even listening to the intuition and getting caught up in all this other BS, because we know that Aries needs to keep moving forward no matter what, constantly, all the time. It is absolutely causing a rift or friction, and it's because that spiritual part of the self or the connection is not being seen or fully honored. And that's why you have to give this space right now, because you cannot make this Aries see what is already there. You can't make that happen. They have to actively choose it and allow it themselves. All you can do is just sit in that space, and when they're ready to come see you and where your connection is, then they're going to make that leap. But there's no need for you to force yourself. You have got, I think, a really nice calming effect on people around you. And I think that because you have such a depth with yourself, some people can panic when they get into your waters, so to speak, because maybe they don't know how to fully swim. Maybe they don't know how to trust that depth. But that's not a fight that you can, that's not anything that you need to make anybody feel comfortable with. That's on them. That is completely on them. They need to know in themselves that they feel safe or they feel secure, etc. So really, this is an important time to just let things be where they are. And like Kathy said, it's probably not going to be long if you kind of take this approach and just keep that space like you've already done. It probably will not be long when they come out and reach out to you, but just know the two of you are dealing with more than just these physical matters. You're interacting a lot in the astral or spiritual or psychic realm. There's a lot more going on that level than there is physically. And that's the part that has to be honored. So if you ever want to push anything forward or maneuver anything, work with it at that level. I imagine that's why you're here asking us about it now. That's a good start. Next step is going to be honoring how you're connecting together.
I love that point, because a lot of people, they want to know, but how do we connect? How do we make that connection? How do we do so? And really, this advice does apply to many, many relationships. It's not that physical realm that we have to pay attention to. I mean, unless the person's just being a total, turd, but it's that physical and spiritual, or that spiritual realm, that we are really connecting with most of the time. And when we're paying attention to this physical realm, as we said in the beginning of the show, this is where a lot of people get trapped. They get trapped in that paradigm of what they're just seeing rather than what they're feeling. So
beautiful.
So I think we have time for one more. And you remember, guys, you know what? We are going to be here next Wednesday, 6:00 p.m. Mountain Time. But we're here every Wednesday. Also join us on Sunday, where we bring in a guest of some sort. This is a guest from the spiritual community in some way, shape, or form, whether it is a paranormal investigator. Actually, I had a really good conversation. Unfortunately, you couldn't join us because you were kayaking, but I had a great conversation with Linda. You guys, make sure you guys check out that interview, because we had so much fun. And make sure you guys check out the weekly zodiac readings that are being posted. The air signs are going to be posted tonight right after the show. I already have up the earth signs and the water signs, and fire are going to be tomorrow. Continue, subscribe, join. We have a lot to offer on this channel, so we are here for you guys. And if you do want a personal reading, you can contact me at oracleintuitions.com, or on my Facebook or my Instagram page at Oracle Intuitions. And Brandon, where can they reach you, Mr. Man?
Phyllis, we have got you as number 9. Take a listen. If we call it number 9, that is going to be your lucky number. Emily is asking if we could donate, but I do only have time for one more here. So Emily, if you want to, you can either donate and perhaps just get a reading here with Kathy. I'm not sure if she'll have time to continue after air, or if you donated, we can put you at the top of the list for next show, whatever you want to do. But I could call your number. You never know.
Yeah.
You could call it out. So if you, Phyllis, you're number 9. And let's see who comes up. We've got 1 through 9 now. And Phoenix, I don't know why, but I really feel you really strong right now. I just really felt a big pull to your energy outside of just tapping in. So I'm not sure if you're pulling me to you, but I feel you, and I'm honoring you, and I'm sending you lots of love here, Phoenix. Okay. Last up is going to be, again, if you want a private reading with me, thedreamteacher.com. If you want a private reading with Kathy, hit her up on oracleintuitions.com. All right. Last up for today is going to be lucky number. Ooh, it's number 6.
Miss Stephanie. Okay, great. Stephanie, are you here with us still? I believe she is.
I believe Stephanie's here. I feel her. I can feel her energy.
What was Stephanie's question?
So Stephanie is a Sagittarius.
Ooh, okay.
And wants to know, will me and Solius, who is a Libra, be committed in the future?
Okay. You guys have a really good possibility here, but I'm going to give you a but. And the reason for this but is Mr. Libra there, or the Libra energy, they're very, very frustrating.
Say the least.
That's the first thing I want to say. They are frustrating. You like answers. You like answers, and you like answers when you're ready to receive answers. I feel, here's the interesting part. So your energy, when you're not interested, you're not interested. You'll be nice, you'll be kind. But I feel like when you're in a place of just not wanting to go there, you make it very known. Okay. Libra, on the other hand, is wishy-washy and doesn't say yes or doesn't say no and so leaves you in this place of what the hell do you want in the first place. And that's very that is the first energy I pick. Like, I literally would be frustrated with that. So, I mean, good for you. Bow to you for the patience, because I wouldn't have it. But what I am getting here is there's going to be a lot of work, and you may need to set direct boundaries with this individual. And it almost feels like there needs to be, sounds ridiculous, there almost needs to be a discipline towards them. Like, okay, how do I explain this? Oh, you didn't call me. Okay. Well, yeah, I forgot, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, I will talk to you later. You know what I mean? Like, do not let them get away with stuff is what I keep feeling from that energy. Can there be a committed relationship? Yeah, but you're going to have to do a lot of training and potty training with this person. That's unfortunately the best way that I can say it. It's like you have to potty train this individual. You have to really set your boundaries of what is not acceptable to you and what is acceptable to you. And you have to stay within them in order for them to recognize these boundaries. And because as soon as you give them an inch, boom, a mile is taken. So if you were to say, this is just a general example. Let's say you said to them, I don't like this. And they went and did this. And you gave in, and you're like very forgiving. And it's like, okay, everybody makes mistakes, blah, blah, blah. They're going to take that whole freaking mile and do it again and again and again. So you have to set a boundary. And if you say, I don't like this, I don't want this done, this is not the way to, behave, talk to me, communicate, whatever it is, then that's where when they do that, you're like, no, I do not need to communicate at this point in time. I'm angry, I'm upset, and I need some time away. And that's where you back away your energy. And whether it's for a day, a couple of days, whatever it is, it's like enough to teach a lesson. You almost have to literally pick them up and put them into a playpen and have a timeout. And then you can go back and have that conversation with them. So
yeah, that's going to be, that is definitely going to be a lot of work. Yeah. It can be frustrating, but it also can be deeply rewarding to invest into something so much that, it finally yields a return, so to speak. When I'm looking at the energy between you and Solius, Stephanie, I am being shown that it's like the two of you do already have this bond, but they're showing me that things are quite ambiguous. They're showing me that it does lack definition. And because of that lack of definition, it's putting the two of you almost at odds. It's almost like you're just like this, just slightly off kilter, just slightly misaligned here. And for whatever reason, when I'm tapping into Solius, I'm feeling him being very annoyed. I'm feeling him as if like he feels like you're threatening or trying to take away his own personal sense of security. But I really feel like you're just kind of calling him out on things that nobody's really called him out on before. And there is something of a dichotomous nature with this, that it feels like it rubs him the wrong way, but I also feel like he likes it, if that makes sense. And so there is a definite feeling of confusion here. And I feel like that's what is contributing to the lack of solid, direct commitment. So I'm looking at what he wants, what his wants, desires are with you. And I am being shown that he does want to continue to unlock or to continue to open up the self here. And that's just a generalization. So I'm asking Spirit what's to come between the two of you. And they are showing me that through time, he does become more emotionally invested and involved with you and in this connection here with you. But Kathy was 100% spot on when she was talking about like having boundaries and being very clear. And there are times where you're going to have to disconnect or pull away or really stop something that you might want to happen because it doesn't fully feel right yet. There does have to be discernment. There does have to be a really strong focus and sort of laying down the law, if you will. So that way things don't stray, because the connection does need, it's like a seedling where it needs a pot to grow in. It can't just fully grow in the ground yet. It's got to grow in that pot first to get all those roots down and get all its base roots. And it's kind of the position that you're in right now as Soleus opens up more and more of those emotions, those emotional parts of himself in this connection. So it could be very, very, tedious, to have to guide somebody so much in the way to relate, but it's also, it seems to work with your energy because you get to invest in something the way that you want to see it. And this feels like a person who could acquiesce to these either rules or boundaries or limitations once the ego has disappeared of, oh, she's taking all my freedom, she's taking everything from me. Once that's gone and that ego mind is left the building, which is difficult for Libras. That's why we were talking about this in the very beginning of your reading. Once that's gone, then there's going to be that sort of vulnerable rawness, that honesty. And I think that's what's really going to allow the glue to bind the two of you together.
Yeah, I love that. I would love the way that you express that. There's going to be patience. That's all basically is what is going to be needed throughout this process. So I kind of feel, Stephanie, as long as you are willing to put in the work and the patience, the reward is going to be there. The reward will be there. But
this is just the connection that needs time.
And it almost feels like growing up, to some degree together, no matter what your age is. But you may have to poke at him a little bit, and again, put your boundaries up. And I do feel that there is that strong spiritual connection, but he does need that, that poke and that discipline once in a while. Okay, so I hope that that's helped. We did get a donation from Phyllis. So
all right, so this will be the last one here.
Yeah, she kind of came in afterwards. So I don't know. I can actually answer this now because I already did take a quick look into it. We are closing it all off after this, guys. So Phyllis, what I was picking up on, there's a lot of, it always feels like you already know what a lot of your gifts are. You've already been really working with them, is what I feel. And it almost feels as though to some degree you're asking what additional. Okay. I don't know if you're even fully like, I feel like you're knowledgeable of what gifts you already have, but this might be like that extra, like what extra stuff do I have at this moment? That's what I keep feeling. So here's the interesting thing. What I keep feeling from you is there feels as though there's a lot of, it almost feels as though it's a channeling energy. There's a channeling energy. And I keep getting drawn to your throat, but I keep getting drawn to the third eye and the crown chakra. So what happened is when I started looking into that, because I was sort of looking into it, a few minutes ago when I saw your question come in, I just kept feeling it was almost this funnel that was coming through. And so you're receiving the information, you're processing that information in that third eye, but then you're also speaking that information. So it feels as though there's a lot of a channeling type of gift that I don't know if you fully tapped into at this point, but it's about to. The one thing that I do want to mention to you is channeling. When people start channeling, I know that they can get a little bit weary of what they are channeling. So make sure that you do put a sense of protection around you. Only ask for, the positive energies to come through, for you to channel. But I am not getting that you are in any way have anything to fear from channeling anything negative. It feels as though there's an attachment here with a particular guide, or maybe this is a particular angel is what I'm feeling. It feels as though there's more of a particular guide that's coming in. And it feels as though you already have this attachment with them, whether you recognize them or not. I feel as though on some level, there's been a recognition between you and this guide. So it's almost as it's very similar as I'm like that. It's very similar to how I sometimes receive information, because when I'm at a loss for words, sometimes I just need to take a step back and my guide will come through and speak through me. And then it's very clear, it's very concise, and it's the way that is needed to be said. And I feel as though you already have this connection with this guide, and you're almost wondering if you should allow them to come through. And I keep hearing yes. And it's like you're opening up to the guidance of this particular guide. Okay.
Yeah.
There and it feels as though there's a very strong connection between you and them. All right. The other thing I'm feeling, and I keep getting, is there is some it's not, there may be clairvoyance in there, but the other thing I'm really getting is that you're able to look at somebody and it almost feels as though your brain, your energy can process them almost immediately.
That's exactly what I was picking up on. That's the part right there.
Right?
Yep.
It's like it's like you can look at somebody and it's almost like you can scan them.
Yeah,
like right away.
You can go right under the surface. You get right into that good stuff. I mean, you can get really right to the core of a person. And what Spirit keeps saying about this is that you know true intimacy, because true intimacy is massive, complete vulnerability. And you know how to see people in their core. Therefore, what Spirit keeps showing me is that you do have the gift of true intimacy. You do have the gift of communicating at that level, which is extremely important. But what's also beautiful, and kind of how it wraps it all up into one big bow, is that you know the inner child, you know the soul, you know how to interact at that level with other people. And it's because of the relationship that you've developed with yourself, whether it was forced or chosen, doesn't matter. It's because you have that relationship with your own inner child that you can see it in other people, and that allows you to see into the core of others. This is really a beautiful spiritual gift of deep intimacy, of vulnerability. This is a big one.
It's almost as though you have your own personal X-ray within your spiritual sense. Right? So start working on that deeper is what I keep getting. Yes. Because what that does, as soon as you start really working and allowing this, you're going to start noticing those other senses really start opening. Okay. Mm-hmm. And like I said, I did pick up on some clairvoyance coming in through there. I think I'm hearing something about logic. So it almost feels as though sometimes you've wondered if some parts of your clairvoyance have just been logic by a situation. I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but it just feels like something that needed to be said. So I'm also getting here that no, it hasn't been all logic. Okay. That was literally like parts of your clairvoyance. You're seeing that next step. Mm-hmm. Right. Because of the fact that you're able to scan not only the person, but the environment. Mm-hmm. All right. So this is a very, very strong, gift. And it just needs to be developed a little bit further just by practice. Maybe write down, when you meet people, maybe write down what you're sensing about them. Mm-hmm. and journal it, and then see at some later point if this appears or if what happens with that, because you're going to start seeing, that the process develop even deeper. So I hope that this has helped, Phyllis.
Beautiful. Thank you for joining us, Phyllis. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. And guys, thank you so much for being here. We will be here next Wednesday at 6:00 p.m. We will be here Sunday at 2:00 p.m. with a different guest. That's all
Someone
I can
will be
do. I
there.
was like, you've been talking so much. There's my intelligent intellect coming through at that point, my tongue-tiedness. Make sure that you guys watch this week's weekly videos, these weekly zodiac energy readings. And thanks again, Brandon. Always a pleasure.
Always lovely to be here with you, Kathy. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Take care, everybody. See you soon.